show today. I don't think I could handle it right now.
Oh, okay.
I had a fairly terrible last couple of days. I've been fighting with my tape up thing that basically doesn't work on the PC properly, and the guys that make it are like, yeah, the truth of the matter is that the driver situation from IBM on down just isn't that great on the PC, and it works better on it. So I've been trying to get a Mac working with 10 gigabit. I was using MacBook Pro and 10 gigabit LAN, to be clear. So I was using MacBook Pro, and I ran into, remember when I called you earlier this week, asking if you had the Core X?
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of 3 PCI Express, 4 10 gigabit network cards, a variety of cables. I still couldn't manage to get even gotten to the point. Thunderbolt chips Apple hadn't specifically looked out because we don't want to support it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Thunderbolt chip that was looked out, so the enclosure worked on the Mac. I managed to get with the exact same chipset that is already in use in the Mac Pro. It still doesn't work because there's some stupid beta of OS that you have to like update from an older one too, and it will flash cards that are not like Mac approved. And then they just work because the drivers for like the stupid ID that actually doesn't make Apple. It's just Anthony's way of putting it, I think, is great. It's magic numbers. It's not where it actually work or not. It's about making sure it's the right magic number. Actually, with his theories, the whole throttling issue with the MacBook Pro. Did you see this? You hear about this? The big thermal throttling.
Yeah.
This is it with an update. It was firmware, but it doesn't seem to be firmware because it doesn't fix it.
Yeah.
So let's just be a magic number. Like a magic number detects the CPU correctly now, doesn't behave stupidly. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank goodness for a new Apple-approved hardware and nothing else working at all.
You want to get story?
It's for dealing with this.
Do you think it's gonna be done by the end of WAN?
I hope so. It's at 84%, and it's like
54 when I
third
first saw
reboot
it.
now. So I think we're getting close. I need a bit of WAN and just finish. This is the meeting.
Sorry.
Hey everyone, I'm rusty. I just want to run Cinebench, and I can't if Windows Update is sucking back 25% of the CPU in the background.
Okay.
I just want to know how much faster it is than this gen. I was thinking maybe I'd compare it to the Surface Go. Since today, to stream the Surface Go, turns out other video we're working, which is really cool, by the way. Basically, we're given this to Google, but it's like just to spite them. It's just abusing their services.
We know
It's really cool. And also abusing the CPU of our router. So it looks like that killer Sterling. Yeah. Loaded or CPU. This isn't a wimpy beast. This isn't Twitter from Ubiquiti.
Yeah.
It's some $100 stupid like Cisco thing or anything like that. It is an insubstantial piece of networking machinery. Of this. You sit and wait for us and then it's like, friendly. Hey,
just on for a second.
We've got some updates for your PC. It's PC. This might take several minutes.
From story, so I want to get it out before we're done.
Should we do the intro first? Sure. Okay, let's just do some leaks. So Google engine costs $1 trillion.
Easy. It's one of those technology categories where it's just entirely
It's graded then.
Oh, because you've got Linux fanboys in the mix too.
No, that's FreeBSD.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean.
Actually. Oh gosh.
So stream revealed. Hey, I finally bought a new chair.
Yeah. Oh, what now?
Just set on the arm. It broke the middle support. So basically, it was tilted like this for 4 years.
In December, someone was very likely to break that chair.
Yes. Yep.
Just to your chair.
Yep.
I mean,
it compensates. I was looking straight at my monitor. Basically, sat like this for 4 years. And recently, went to physio, and he was like, "Wow, you're an idiot." So, church for the church. It's supposed to keep you in a specific spot so that your spine is correctly aligned. It's not supposed to be super comfortable. It's supposed to keep you in the right spot.
Right.
It's kind of like a racing chair, except not for a car. So it actually makes sense. Its delivery date was August 6th. He posted his not yet. I had the chair for a while. And I believe the 31st or the 30th. I don't remember if it was this Tuesday. I went out to get some lunch. I had finished a relatively major milestone. You know what? I was like, I'm gonna roll myself with a booster juice. I just gonna get some booster juice.
That's yo.
It is booster juice. Is not that cheap.
Cost as much as a meal, but then you have to
like $4.
Yeah.
I don't get them that often. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna. This is good. I was
happy. $4.
I was very happy.
Anyway, carry on with the like booster juice menu.
It's really expensive. I was like, well, there's a giant cardboard box in the lawn. That's weird. I just keep walking. I'm like, I should probably like bring it inside just in case it's like my upstairs neighbors. But I see Herman Miller plastered on the side of it, and I'm like, what?
They just left it on the lawn?
They just left it on the lawn. Notification text message, notification email. I had no idea. I had no idea how it was sitting there. It was very much an impression in the glass, so it had been seen for a while, possibly all night, because sometimes I don't leave my house for a while. I have no clue how long it was there. Super expensive chair, built on the side of the box, just left in the front lawn. Or notification that it was there, nothing. They didn't knock, didn't leave a notice, didn't nothing. Immediately pissed off. I bring it inside, I go get my food, I come back, I open it. So there's like, it's the worst cardboard box as the outer shell that I've ever seen. It like rips. The handles were because they're handling it, and like I don't even blame them because it just rips because it's just a terrible cardboard box.
Right.
It'll be an internal carton, right? No big deal. Nope. Only is no internal carton. It's really the internal box for the chair. There's a zacking foam section of any form at all in the entire box. So it's just sitting there. I found what was inside the box just because I wanted to kind of try it out and see how it goes. It's actually the worst mixing experience I have ever had. That seemed like open a box for a mouse and was like, oh, this is a what experience than the ludicrously, obscenely, illogically expensive chair that I just bought. It's so bad. It's fine. It creaks when you move around. It's made out of plastic. It's market is innate. If we open another business, we should just make ergonomic chairs. It's charged $1 billion on what it costs to make it, and everyone's just cutting all over you because they're generally terrible. It doesn't really feel great. Like it's okay.
It seems like a really smart sales pitch.
It's a brilliant sales pitch. It doesn't have to feel good. It's ergonomic. It's a relatively good position, so I'm going to end up keeping it because it'll be good for my spine. Okay, sounds good. The doctor dude says I like really need to do something about that because my spine's getting all weird because I sit like this all the time. So yeah, sounds good. Okay, let's do it.
This all the time.
We're gonna get it. Like the base isn't foam, which is kind of cool because it's breathable, but they use these plasticky spring things, and that's in most areas except for where the reinforced bar is.
Right.
And you can like super feel this bar that is just under you all the time.
Have you tried the OM5?
Is the we had like an orangey one?
Yeah, we did a review of it.
What was it? Didn't lock?
The new one locks.
Oh, I might try that. I can return my chair.
You know what? You should come over. Maybe come over in. Holy crap! They have me quoted on their website. I should make sure what they're saying isn't like.
Sophistic tips says the OM5 is the most comfortable chair.
They probably could have put some context around that. I'm sure I did. Let's have a look. Do they link right to the timestamp?
Don't think so.
I bet they do. I bet they do.
No.
Oh. Nope. All right. Well, thanks for that, guys. I'm sure probably tried some.
Someone's in the chat about this. Return the chair. I'm wondering, like if it's damaged, is it my fault? Of your packaging because it's books. So there's really not going on there. And who's in trouble if the chair's damaged when it shows up?
Anyway, you should try. Wait. Oh, actually, I don't know if the whole thing locks, but the armrests lock. Like there's
Is that at all?
Yeah.
It would just whoop, fall backwards.
So even has new ones. As one of the new ones.
Okay.
So you give a shot just to make sure because
do you guys problems with buying these ludicrously expensive chairs as well?
This one's bad. It's $450.
That's way freaking better. Is like you can't generally try them anywhere.
Really?
You can often go to a studio area and try them out. You can't it's hard to go like a whole bunch.
Just like doing anything like clothing,
or ergonomic
like
based
food or chairs, like as a personal taste, like a personalization element to it online is really tough still.
It is.
Yeah. Even ordered some flip flops off Amazon, and she just like they were cheaper than buying in store, so that's cool. So she ordered 2 of them.
Yeah.
Just assuming that one of them would be a horrible fit. Because it's just the way it works. Until we can 3D scan it and submit it off to something to make sure something's going to fit for us. There's nothing we can really do. I'm actually perfectly fine with them having that quote on there because it's still the most comfortable chair that I have and I've tried. I really like it. So I don't know.
And see, people recommending stuff in here. The problem is that it doesn't mean anything to me because I can't try it.
The only reason I'm even bringing it up is because I have the newest one in my house, and you can come try it.
The reason the chair I have now is because Marquez has it,
Yeah.
Frank has it, and I trade it at Civitas' streaming area because it's his chair.
So I want this to go wrong. I wouldn't necessarily buy something because, like, here, let's just pick one of them. Like, let's say because Marquez is a surfboard.
That's a good point.
Because it's a surfboard. Because he's very on point with like what's the coolest thing.
It was the important one. Was Civitas has the same chair, and I sat in it for a while,
right, okay.
and was okay. This is holding me in the right spot. That's just the same reason why he has it. He's a tall dude. I believe he's slightly taller than I am, and it can hold his spine in place.
Okay, so sorry to hear that.
It was just horrible. It opened a Logitech mouse, and Miller chair.
Right.
I expected the Logitech mouse unboxing experience to be quite good. It exceeded expectations. I expected the Herman Miller unboxing to be way too much for me to be. This is. I wish they didn't do so much packaging because I could have saved some money. And then it was like, wow, they could have done it to me if I spent any amount of money on the packaging, because it wouldn't have made it. Like some dude just handing me there because he'd like walk it from the truck. so
maybe we'll just Herman Miller, and then you won't have to worry about it. Just blue.
Yeah.
Just take a microphone and blue. Blue. I don't know, you want to be blue about it. Honestly, there's not going to be much in terms of changes as far as we can tell from Logitech's blog post anyway. So
the benefit in the way that they have not made very noticeable, very large-scale alterations to any other companies that they bought.
Ultimate Ear, second, there's been some frustration with Harmony.
Harmony
remotes, yeah.
Oh, that's old though, isn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that people didn't get kind of boned.
We have learned from that.
We can hope. As far as we can tell, they haven't made a lot of changes to Ultimate Ears. It seems like this is kind of the thing right now, though, is your Corsairs, your Razors, and your Logitechs of the world are just scooping any brand that kind of matters in the peripheral space. Like, I think we're on this weird trajectory right now where over the last, I'd say, So think maybe a year or 2 years ago, and 5 years before that, we saw this incredible burst in diversification in the peripheral space. So we went from,
every single person was making some form of keyboard.
Physical keyboards are a great example. Yeah, like Filco, Bucky, and do you remember Best Keyboard Nerd?
Leopold. Yeah.
So you had a handful of guys making mechanical keyboards, and some traditional bands that doubled, like SteelSeries, one mechanical, or two, okay, the 6G and the 7G. All of a sudden, you go like CES or Computex, and you can literally 50 keyboards to you.
Big desk keyboard.
Remember, relevant is
relevant, but they're not mainstream.
Yeah, they can be as relevant as they want to a very small number of people.
Yeah.
When you look at the definition of the word relevant, it's relative. So
they were more relevant before.
In relative terms, much more relevant than they are now. When you've got like Corsair, who, for whom the monthly sales of someone like this keyboard would be a rounding error. It would be the symbols they send out to media when they launch a new keyboard to make sure that dog has the latest and greatest Corsair keyboard.
Hopefully it's sitting in places.
Yeah, exactly. So there's this sort of relativity to relevantity. I'm trying. Which brings us to our sponsor for the show today. I mean, it was just such a perfect segue. I kind of had to do it. This is a Strafe Mark II, which you can learn about at the link, right? And it's a RGB keyboard and is an update from the previous favorite Strafe with all the features you've been asking for. All the features you've been asking for if you as me, because I'm a big fan of Cherry MX Browns. It comes with Cherry MX Red or Cherry MX Silent switches, with the red offering linear smooth actuation, while the silence dampens sound by 30%, which is great for users who stream. Actually a big deal, keyboard noise, so Cherry MX Silent definitely recommended for that. It's 100% deghosting with 104 key rollover, meaning even if you type with your face, all of your keystrokes will be registered. Thank you, Luke, for that demonstration. It's a storage to take your RGB configurations and pro customization with you. And the key has a built-in USB pass-through, which I actually love. That's a great feature that kind of disappeared for a bit in the keyboard world and then is back now, apparently, which is terrific. So, or the link in the video description. Oh, I said the link was there, but it's not. It will be below the video. Corsair.com. That's okay. Simple solution.
Yeah.
Speaking of a simple solution, Squarespace. Squarespace lets you own beautiful site quickly and simply. Squarespace first 24/7 support of chat and email. It starts at just $12 and you get free domain if you use Squarespace for the year. Every Squarespace template features responsive design so your website scales to look great on any device. The commerce module, which lets you set up a free online store, and the ability to push contentful news directly from the Squarespace module. What's really cool, actually, they did this functionality recently, is you can use Squarespace to manage all of your domains. So you can, instead of having a bunch of different registrars and whatnot, you can, I don't know what he's doing right now, but he seems to be doing a thing. This is that. Just making sure that you know, so that you don't type a thing that does not matter. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Nope, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Whatever it is that you bring, Squarespace. Cool. Make sure you use code WAN to get 10% off your first purchase. FreshBooks. For business owner, freelancer, and you want a simple to use invoicing tool that actually does a lot more than just send invoices, check out FreshBooks. It lets you check your time with their timesheet function, manage your expenses with their expense function, and keep who's you function. Actually, it tells you it's not called that. It tells you it's for the first time to put an end to the guessing games, which is available for S and Android. Where's my Android? Okay. Actually, this version so you can take FreshBooks with you wherever you go, and amazing support. You can them to a real person, no home tree, escalations, no return calls, just answers. Go to freshbooks.com/WAN and get a free trial today. Hey, shall we do some news? News about tech?
Sure.
Next, NVIDIA GTX, the name's apparently been sold. Let's go ahead and share my screen. It'll be 2080 and 2070. It's kind of stupid. I was expecting 1180 and 1170 were going to win the day. I guess it's going to go the rate at which we release new editions of fixes significantly slowed down. So in order for us to keep fingers up at a nice good tick here, we're going to chill out on the just increasing the second digit kind of thing.
Yeah. Going with like if you increase the first digit instead of the. What way were you reading from?
So we went
the
7, so it's the 780, and then we skipped 800 series because, I don't know, it's unlucky or something, who knows. And we had the 9 series, and then we had the 10 series, and now we get the 20. And we go 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Do we get the 100 series? Yes, but then do we get the 200 series? The 200 series? That's going to be confusing. So like 20 years or so, NVIDIA's going to have to watch out for that train coming down the tracks pretty slowly, and won't happen for a while, but that could happen eventually. It's a 200 series already. That was a 3-digit 200 series. This would be the 200 and 280 series. The 2000 GTX 2080.
You think they might just end up almost dumping that version and like GTX like Alpha 1 and like Alpha 2?
It could go straight to 300 because we never had a 300 series. Oh. Yeah, we're not. I don't know. Lead technologies and NVIDIA.
This was used in like mobile and stuff.
Yes, like OEM only or some stupid thing.
Yeah.
Lead Technologies, a vendor for NVIDIA GeForce GPUs, just registered an ECC certificate with the name GTX 2070 and 2080 included in the mix. The GPU chips also contain GA104 and GA104-400, both of which should be Ampere-based, going by the code name. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but the second letter of an NVIDIA code name is the architecture. So GP would be GeForce Pascal, and then GF would be GeForce Fermi. So GA should be GeForce Ampere. Well, 4 means that once again we're getting big chip.
Yeah.
So 102 or 100 would be big chips. I forget how it works. What's the thing when they had to spin it twice? I can't remember. What was 580? GTX 580.
They had to spin it twice?
Yeah. So GF 110. Crap. I can't remember. But there's one aspect of the code name that tells you if they had to if the first run was good enough or if they had to spin again.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
weird.
It's not terribly important. So, it's a real certification. It is also still possible that the company is using placeholder names and the actual nomenclature is something else, although we are so close to when it is rumored to be announced at Gamescom, which starts on August 21st, that it is hard to imagine that they're planning to do a switcheroo at the last minute. I mean, with that said, I've seen packaging on NVIDIA cards come in with like stickers over top of old names, and sometimes NVIDIA will go so far to throw the industry for a loop that they will legitimately charge their customers. So like you, the end user, but customers like EVGA, they will literally charge their customers one price, and then the launch announce that it's a completely different price and just issue a rebate after the fact. I've actually done that.
Yeah.
So those guys are. I actually have said this to people at NVIDIA's faces. They don't feel I'm talking in their back, but look into your butt. You guys just release the price. Okay.
Come on, boys. No, Linus. We're sending people to the moon.
Whoa.
Earth.
Shut up. You do the next topic. I can't. Even. I'm not going to give you a question.
There's a super long topic about a UK committee trying to battle fake news that I don't even want to talk about at all.
Oh boy, battling fake news. A levy on social media? Wow. So this is kind of like the German...
Okay, let's do it.
I was going to talk about the levy on blank CDs that we have here in Canada.
What?
You don't know about this?
No.
Yeah, when you buy a blank CD, it comes with like, I don't know, it's like a couple cents or something like that. But basically, it's...
Is it fund piracy? Fund type?
It's fund piracy.
Oh my goodness.
So it's to theoretically to fund anti-piracy measures or reimburse organizations that lost money due to piracy or whatever.
Interesting.
Because obviously, iTunes and Spotify weren't a better long-term solution than a levy on blank CDs. So what they're proposing is a principle-based recommendations designed to be sufficiently adaptive to deal with fast-moving technological developments.
Principle-based recommendations. In the government.
Literally, buzzword soup.
What?
On social media and tech science to fund expanding a major investment in the UK's data watchdog, so the body is able to attract and employ more technically skilled engineers, as technologies have the capacity to predict future technologies. Okay. I think there are precedents for this. This is similar to the way in which the banking sector pays for the upkeep of the Financial Conduct Authority. There's a code for advertising through social media during election periods, limits to the most amount of money an individual can donate, and a major increase in the maximum fine, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there's going to be some interesting laws over the next little bit. Sorry, I threw up a little in my mouth there. Actually, it was just a burp.
Yeah.
I was going to hold it in so that the poor headphone users at home didn't have to have burp sound like with it. It was like really, I didn't expect it to be so loud. Yeah, it was very, it was unpleasant to feel as it was for you to hear.
Can't reproduce it.
Yeah, no, you can't really do that.
Yeah.
Some road bleeps, which ironically are over on videocards.com. Intel doesn't make video cards, at least not yet.
Maybe that'll be their new foray.
It is. Actually.
Okay.
You just, no, okay, hold on. Let's
Complicated though, right?
Go ahead.
It's not a card, is it?
Oh, yeah.
It is?
Apparently.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, okay, wrecked. I was just having some fun with him.
Actually making a physical, PCIe card.
That's the plan, apparently. Yeah, it's on the street, okay? Like, it's a roadmap anyway.
I knew him to help with the, we're going to have the AMD, or sorry, the Radeon group technology on CPU, and we want, whatever.
Yeah, no, I think that collaboration between Intel and Radeon Technologies might, if anything, be more strained moving forward. I don't think AMD was super thrilled about Raja moving on.
All right. Okay.
I do wonder how much a Raja Kaduri costs. If I wanted to hire Raja, how would that even work? How do you poach a guy like that?
I wonder.
Really industry legend.
Yeah. And I wonder what kind of benefit style stuff you'd have to bundle in.
Yeah, he'd probably have to have in a, because he can't just be money. It'd have to be in dogs, or well, no, there have to be some kind of additional benefit, like a guaranteed staff. You're gonna have 2 personal assistants and this and that. So it's more than just money. You'll have access to the executive jet from time periods X to Y. You'll have this much sabbatical every 2 years and that kind of thing. I would be really
because at a certain point, people will stop caring at least as much about money.
Yeah.
It will take astronomically more to make it really worth their while.
Yeah.
So you want to start putting in other stuff.
Yeah. You have to start building a benefits package. Actually, I spent very little time with people who I would consider to be real executives But I did spend some time with the executive assistant of an executive at a very large tech company a little while ago. I was at a dinner, and I ended up at the table with like kind of the assistants and stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, the conversation there was far more interesting than what I would have gotten sitting with the executives, I think, because it's all the scuttlebutt. So they have rules like how often the executive assistant has to swap out. And the position is considered like a really tough position because you actually end up doing like a lot of the executive's actual work. But it's considered a stepping stone because you just all this access to other executives.
Yeah,
like,
so you get your name out there.
You get your name out there, and
between other, or you just only like 6 months to like make your mark.
It's more than, I think it's like 2 years or something like that. But then you hire a new one, and that person goes on to a different position. A lot of large companies have policies and programs in place where people can change jobs quite frequently within the company, and it's something that's encouraged. Yeah. Just that people won't stagnate, but so that they can retain their best talent.
The strategy for is to force people to work on things that they don't want to work on, so that when they get to go back to work on something that they want to work on,
and they can be excited to go to work just to go back to the regular job. Okay, that's an interesting way of going about it. This is that leak we were talking about. So apparently, there's some kind of new. Is he? Oh, it doesn't work, Luke. He told me. Is he lying to me? Because I'm watching for.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Me and Luke's just been saying all the way.
What's that?
So apparently in 2018 we're getting a 9700K, okay, according to the roadmap leak. And in Q3 of 2018 there's going to be something called a 9900K, which is going to be and then the existing i9s or something.
Someone just said siphoning money to afford your chair. Technically, I saved for 4.5 years to buy that chair.
You look at it that way.
Yeah.
Technically, I've saved for 10 years to replace my car, so I should just run out and buy a Model X then, right?
Oh boy.
By logic.
Oh. This one was like highly recommended.
You know what's really funny is I'm supposed to be shopping for cars. I've made a commitment to my.
I was gonna say today. It was pink and stuff. It was, the dick on the mirror or on the window is pretty bad. It's bad now. It actually looks like it has a disease.
I'm actually tired of it now.
Like it's the only car that I know of that I've ever looked at that I'm like, that is problematic.
Like it's not even funny.
No,
it's just
it's too far.
I haven't over yet. I've been reading it. Okay, let's get through these. So, the 28 corporate that Intel teased at Computex is apparently going to be a brand new market segment with a different chipset and socket. I mean, anyone who knows anything would have known that. 3647 socket, and then probably some kind of cut-down version of their C620 whatever chipsets. There's going to be a Basin Falls refresh in November 2018. Okay, Glacier Falls, put in production later, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so to the car. So, I made a commitment to my wife. I will replace it by the time the next service period rolls around.
When's the next service?
Because my intention was to sort of just keep driving it.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be it was another 8,000 kilometers, it's about 5,000 miles left before it needed to be serviced again. Starting to come around to getting that a little earlier. But the stupid thing is that, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I can afford a new car.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't even mean like a new car. Like to replace that car with something better than that car. Probably most of you watching to replace that car with something better than that car.
You get something for $100, and it would probably be better than that car.
Okay, shut up. Beast to my car. Okay.
Even
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'll just speak.
We thought it was gonna. We thought it was gonna in 2013.
Yeah.
We were surprised it was still alive in 2013.
So anyway, So I'm getting pretty tired of it. The original plan was to just keep driving it until service, and then figure she'd probably have gotten used to it, and then just keep driving it. But she's getting used to it. I'm getting used to it.
When you get your new car.
Yeah.
It's excited at all. I used to have all those ideas of like getting a computer in the trunk and having like screens on the back of the seats.
Yes, I wanted to do that with the minivan for a while. The issue is we can't find a sponsor.
Oh.
Yeah, because we don't have the expertise to like completely rework the interior of a car to do it properly.
Yeah.
And so we'd want to collaborate with like a shop that's capable of that, to like doing a good job of it. And so there'd just be costs associated. And since it's the kind of thing that actually has much practical use, it's not the kind of thing I just want to pay for out of pocket, because it would be cheap.
You can actually do wireless for most of it, like pretty much all of it, but power and mounting the monitors.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want it to be janky. So there's some possibilities, and I don't want to get too far into it, but we have some ideas.
Okay.
But
are you leaning towards a car at all?
So that's the thing, is I'm supposed to be car shopping because I've agreed.
But you're not.
I want to. I end up spending probably a grand total of about 40 minutes car shopping, and since then I've been researching his motorcycles. There's some super cool electric motorcycles out there now. So
I have one.
This V650S. It's a 2003. That's the first year that it had fuel injection.
Question. Does that bike have ABS?
Good bike. No, it doesn't.
Because that like wasn't a thing. That blew my mind. That's apparently a newer thing on bikes.
ABS, yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
So my bike doesn't have ABS. It's pretty bones, but it's got the V-twin engine, which I really like. It's got lots of pull in the low RPM range. It's actually, especially now that I'm more used to it, it's really light. It's light compared to a dual sport or something, but it's light, it's maneuverable, and it's honestly got enough power that unless you're an idiot, you don't really need more than that. Like if you're doing anything other than going in a straight line, there's not much reason to have much more power than that. At least on the road. Like on the track, a whole different story. Whatever. Talk about your favorite track bike amongst yourselves, please. But there's this bike called the Lightning. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
The 60 inch.
Physiotherapist because has problems, and you replace your car with a bike, and you already have a perfectly good bike.
0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
My goodness.
Oh man.
Is this your midlife crisis?
The funny thing about it is I always joked with my wife, like I couldn't possibly have a midlife crisis because I've been midlife crisising my whole life, like 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So the thing about bikes is that they're cheap. I don't mean $40,000 isn't a lot of money. I mean that for literally the fastest bike on the planet compared to literally the fastest car on the planet, we're talking an order of magnitude difference in price.
Yeah.
For the price of like a basic minivan, which recently purchased, you can have the fastest bike on the planet. 60 in 2 seconds.
But you can't even use it.
Yeah, you can accelerate.
There's dangerous takeoff.
Yeah, you can.
If your wheel spins.
It's time to do a wheelie.
That's also not legal.
And the 650 on the road. It's legal to do it elsewhere.
Yeah.
They have like riding courses and stuff. Like it'd be a lot of fun. Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be shopping for a car. I've actually spent the vast majority of my time shopping for a bike. With that said,
so would you sell yours?
Range on Lightning, I think, is like 150, 200 miles.
Somebody that had a question. What is the mileage or kilometers on your Lambo?
Oh, it's 200 and it's a little over 220,000.
This is just the wrong thing. Yeah. 220,000.
Yeah, a little over 220,000 kilometers.
There you go.
What the crap is this? What's great is the mobile version has. Oh, shut up. The mobile version of Chrome has a thing where when you're stuck in one of these loops where it just keeps reloading, like it fizz you a few times, so you can't spam click back to get back.
Yeah.
Mobile version, you can don't let this page bring up any more prompts, but the desktop version doesn't.
That's lame. Welcome to the party, dude.
Sure. My Civic, it's a joke, is a super a joke. So this is the thing I've been looking at.
It's a nice looking.
I mean, drooling over. Don't look at this.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm just trying to remember the range. Okay, so the 20 kilo battery pack is 160 to 100 and else range highway speed, but there are options. So they're probably talking about this.
So you knew that.
The basic. Yeah, I knew there are different battery. It's pretty heavy. It's significantly heavier than mine.
Battery, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's probably mostly on the batteries. So I actually pitched this to the wife yet. Okay. Let me try something on you and see how it goes.
Okay. First, need to know though.
Yes.
Because this would be important for her as well, for sure. Are you selling your bike?
Sure, I'll sell my bike. I don't have anywhere to keep it.
Or are you not replacing the car?
Oh, I'll replace the car.
So you're gonna get the car.
Okay, just shut up. Okay.
She's
Yeah. Okay, so let's see the thing. So pretty much every other dog has been like Model S.
That's boring.
Okay, right. Well, that's kind of my response to that, because the funny thing about the Super Civic is that it's horrible. But if your car is supposed to be a reflection of something about you, like your car say something about you, the Super Civic, for worse, is this mobile.
That's electric because you're super fast.
No, that's not. I just mean, it's
This is a reflection of your personality.
hard for. I'm not talking about this right now. I just mean it's hard for me to place the Super Civic for multiple reasons. Car shopping. So it is a perfect fit for me.
Oh, it was.
It was before it got a little too.
It's too much.
It was the Zipmobile, super practical, rumble,
cheap, standard,
super cheap, standard everything, even Windows.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of.
No.
Although Windows are okay. No AC was a problem though.
Yeah. It's getting worse every year.
Yeah, it's really bad. We had a heat wave recently that sucked. Yeah. Okay. So it's like mobile, and it's been hard to find something that says anything about me. It doesn't.
No.
That's my issue with the Model S.
Yeah.
The Model S says absolutely nothing about Linus Sebastian, the person, other than, oh, you're a tech guy, get a Model S. I'm like, okay.
So, really expensive.
It's so really expensive. But based on everyone's telling me to, I figure people won't be like mad if I say, I haven't replaced my car in 10 years, I'm getting a Model S. Do you think people would resent that?
I don't think people would be mad. I don't think it works for you. I think it's ludicrously expensive.
Okay. So let's assume that people
On Model S's on Tesla. I've heard a lot about this recently.
Oh.
Right to repair on this is like Tesla and right to repair are like not friends, which this is I've recently heard about this, but that's not.
So I'm gonna pitch something here. For the cost of Model S, I could get Clarity plug-in hybrid
and your
for the daily commute.
And your bike. That doesn't mean you're supposed to spend that much money. But it doesn't mean that you're supposed to.
As if I got a Model S.
But you shouldn't have gotten a Model S. You really shouldn't do that.
I don't hear from Twitch. Okay. People are like MKBHD. That makes a lot of sense. Don't know about Linus. Okay. Smack means midlife crisis.
Dude.
What? What you saying? This is important. Okay. So you need to here. Can you okay?
So, give her my seat.
No. She can come sit with me. We're good friends. Here.
You guys hang out sometimes?
Yeah, we can. I'm afraid of a little bit of physical contact. Made 3 babies, you know. Kids are killing. Why are you still so bad at this? It's killing my lap. Actually, I still have like keyboard in my pocket. That's not helping.
Okay, that's not my fault.
Okay, I need to reach the thing. Okay, so
is this a straw poll question?
I run something that you get it or don't get it because we don't want to tell you what's going on yet. Okay. Yes.
Are we really
Okay, so the why is it? Why did it just put loan? What is the difference between lease and loan? That's stupid. Like what is a loan?
No, a loan I think is when you get financing.
Oh, financing. Why don't they just say financing?
Well, that is what that means.
Okay. So this is anywhere from federal tax credit. This is U.S. Oh crap. Okay, well it's about 8,000 Canadian.
Oh, okay.
That's whatever. There's no way I wouldn't get the autopilot upgrade and stuff like that. So let's say about 80 to 90,000 Canadian. Okay. So what do you do a Model S?
Why? I thought you didn't want a Model S. You didn't want the Model S. You didn't want the Model X. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be able to get one?
I don't know. It just has to make sense.
Okay, but I make some argument that would make sense.
No.
Okay.
Because it's not practical. It's not really.
It's
not really used. The minivan seats how many people and costs a fraction of that.
Okay, yeah, this much may be true. Okay.
I mean, okay, so from a practicality standpoint, no. But if it was just like, I really want this, you could probably make that argument.
So, no, how about this? A very practical car that costs half as much, and a super bike.
You're kidding, the super bike.
It's just 60 in 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
That sounds like a thing for the father of your children.
Don't want you to die. We have insurance now.
Alright, thank you.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
I should just do it
We'll
anyway.
have to go.
We have to go, actually.
Okay.
I would say I should just do it anyway, but the cold truth is she completely controls all the money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to harm her without her knowing about it. Actually, a problem. I can't surprise her with a gift, anything, because look,
I'll withdraw cash.
it's actually. But if I withdrew cash, it would seem very unusual if it was any more than $100 here and there. I like to carry a little bit of cash because a lot of places in Richmond only take cash.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I carry cash. Since I like flipped something on Craigslist recently, I don't have a ton of cash on hand. So if she's like, you know, a few $100s come out of the account, she'd be like, "Does someone have your card? Someone your pen?"
Yeah.
You're like, "No, no." What's this with? This is Bob. Like actually her job every day to keep money. It's a control freak thing. She's just an officer of both family and our company. So yeah, there'd be. Let me see this poll. Okay, at least see this poll
I
results.
haven't even seen it yet.
Okay, what's the URL here? Is it case sensitive?
Oh, it's pretty close.
Hold me. What do we got?
162
Yeah,
063
yeah.
67.
Okay, let's have a look here. Let's share the results with everybody. Let's get these in real time. Vote, right?
Yeah.
Like vote for myself. So I should get to vote for myself. Get it? Vote. Okay. Let's have a look at these here votes here there. Also plus one there thing they got extra fee.
Someone in the building has already voted.
Oh really?
Did you vote?
I voted.
Maybe it was me.
I'm sorry to hear. Is there? Looks like you. 56 people said do it. Yeah. So, does it make the city? Well, that might make sure the quantity and numbers. We'll see you next week. Same time.
Oh boy.
What's an AE86? I got someone in Twitch.
That's it. But a Trino 886. Very legendary car.
Well, I mean,
It's actually, but because it was really good at drifting. The like good at drifting that it in this car. Like the first I think it was on VHS that was like super into drifting was from Japan, and he was driving a Truno 86.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
A86.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.